Greetings to you all in the name of Jesus, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Well, I won't take a lot of your time today, but I did want to share one thought with you as we think about the reason for the season, as we think about this past year, and as we look ahead to the new year to come. It was said about Jesus that the virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. I want you to think about this past year. How have you seen God with you? You know, maybe it was a very difficult year for you this year. I know even for our family, we went through a lot of changes and transitions. We had a big move that took place, lots of different moving pieces, and some of that was a blessing, some of that was pretty difficult, and yet God was with us. Or I think about ServeNow and how we have just closed out a decade of global ministry and are now active in 24 countries around the world, which is very special. And yet we're dealing with and involved in a lot of very difficult situations, from the war in Ukraine to economic and food crisis and shortage and inflation in Sri Lanka and other countries. Things and events that are unfolding in the Middle East, even in Israel itself, close to where Jesus was born, and so many other things and difficulties that so many people are facing. So maybe you've had a very difficult year, but Jesus has been true to who he is, Emmanuel, God with you. Maybe others of you have been going through a good season and you've been experiencing God's blessing. Well, it's because Jesus is Emmanuel, God with you. And as we go into this next year, that whatever comes, and of course it'll be a mixture of challenges as well as blessings, but in every challenge and in every blessing, we can find comfort and confidence that Jesus is Emmanuel, God with us. He isn't distant and unengaged in our lives. He is active, he is present, he is involved, he is engaged in every detail, every circumstance of our lives. He cares about us and he goes with us. He hasn't just come before us and he won't just come again for us, but he walks with us through everything we go through in this life. He is present because he is Emmanuel, God with us. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.